Hello, Assalamualaikum and good day to all. This is the title of our group study, which is Enhancing Second Language Learners' Confidence to Speak English in a Language Classroom using 5 MP and flashcards. There are 5 of us in this group, which is led by Abdul Razak Abdul Rahim, and on the right is me, Roswati Muhammad Said. On his left is Nur Hisham Muhammad Ihsan. Then on the extreme right is Siti Nazrim Begum binti Muhammad. And on the extreme left is Kiriah Ali Akbar. We are all English lecturers of College Matrikulasi Johor, and I'm going to be presenting the slides that explain about our study. Let's begin with a brief introduction. For second language learners, developing confidence is an important aspect of language learning as they are not used to using the language all the time. And the ability to speak a foreign language is at the very heart of what it means to be able to use a foreign language, as being able to speak to friends, colleagues, visitors, or even strangers is surely the goal of every second language learner. Besides that, it is undeniable that there is a strong link between actively speaking the language during the lessons in the class with their academic performance. Prior studies have shown that when students participate actively in the class, their academic achievements are higher than those who are passive in the class. Let us share our reflection on the previous teaching and learning sessions. Some students chose to keep silent all the time during lesson in the class and refused to speak even when they know the answer to a simple question posted by the teacher. It is obvious that these students need help in developing their speaking skills and to be confident to take an active role during speaking lessons. This is very important to them at pre-university level as they have to take MUAT speaking tests later. Based on the first speaking activity, which is on individual presentation, it was found that 70% of the students lack confidence, motivation, and the language ability. The research focus is to enhance the students' confidence in speaking English, which is based on the issue identified, which are students' reluctance to speak, they are not used to speaking English, and they fear making mistakes. Our study is a classroom action research following Gregory, Chemis, and McTaggart 1988 model comprising planning, action, observation, and reflection. There are 2 objectives that we aim to achieve in the study, which are, firstly, to analyze the students' confidence level through the speaking questionnaire. Second, to investigate the students' attitude towards speaking English through data collection using a needs analysis questionnaire. Alright, now about the respondents of the study. There are 35 College Matrikulasi Johor students, whereby 20 are accounting students and the remaining 15 are science students. These 35 students are made up of 17 males and 18 females, aged between 18 and 19 years old. In terms of language proficiency level, they are at basic and independent user of level of English, which is equivalent to between A2 and B2 of the CEFR level. These students must take MUAT as well as the continuous assessment for WE013 and WE023 English course of the matriculation program. Right, implementation of the study. Firstly, the phase of identifying the problem or issue, then carrying out the intervention and collecting the data. Next, the phase of responding to confidence in speaking questionnaire, which is adapted from Noonan 1998 and Griffey 1997. Then we analyze the data and form a reflection and the conclusion. Let's take a closer look at the intervention process. It consists of 5 phases. It is started off by having a 5-minute presentation or 5 MP session before the lesson begins. This is aimed to boost the students' confidence. Next is the question and answer session. The classmates are encouraged to ask the presenter questions based on the information being presented. Next step, which is during the speaking lessons, particularly in group discussions, the students are given blue cards. This is actually flashcards that contain the guides in sentence construction, such as the sentence starters at the beginning of the presentation, the linking words that lead to the introduction of the points, as well as the structure to end. Besides, the cards also provide guides on what to say to state their agreement or disagreement with other speakers in the group, plus the prompts to explain their ideas. Next, the students are given additional speaking practices to be carried out outside the class hours on their own. And lastly, they are given the confidence questionnaire on the use of MP and the flashcards. Now the findings. Firstly, is in assessing their ability in using English in their speaking. The data shows that a significantly high percentage of 86% and 100% of the respondents answered strongly agree and agree to the 4 statements eliciting their perceived ability to speak in English, which are: I can be interviewed in English, I can discuss this in English with native speakers, I can show an English-speaking visitor around the campus and answer questions, and I can give my opinion in English when talking to a native speaker. Similarly, the second aspect of the questionnaire, which is on their perceived assurance when speaking in English, to the statement of I like speaking English, I can speak English easily, I will speak English to a group of people in English, and I am relaxed when speaking English, recorded high percentages of 86%, 92% and 100% from the respondents who chose agree and strongly agree. Likewise, the third aspect of the questionnaire, which is the willing engagement, the data records a significantly high percentage of 83% and 100% of respondents choosing agree and strongly agree to the 4 statements, which are: I would like to study in an English-speaking country, when I speak English I feel cheerful, I say something to other people in English every day, and I look for chances to speak English. Now, reflection and conclusion. This study shows that as students had regular practices in speaking English either in pairs or group work activities, they were able to boost their confidence and found English easier to speak using the method that they had been given before. The results also indicate that the 5-minute speaking practices and activities help to encourage them to increase their confidence in using English to converse, and they showed a positive attitude towards speaking English. As stated by Aminuddin 2017, several previous studies demonstrated that the use of flashcards was effective, and he also agreed that using flashcards in learning was an alternative to solving speaking skill issues. And lastly, the students were able to fulfill the task given in wet speaking using the blue card or the flashcard method with confidence and had a proper organization of ideas, although they were still having problems with grammar. We are reachable at these avenues: email, Instagram, and of course through the phone with this number. Thank you.